all in creation. This is Aurora with a new creation here with the latest energy update, and I have not been able to post on YouTube for the past couple weeks due to several terrorist takeovers, which I now have way more clarity about. So this is for all to know that the whole origins of what has plagued creation has been the fact that the day that I went forth in Sarasota, Florida, and I got the initial wedding license with David Abbott Rogers at Town Hall to be consumed within 3 days. We were fasting for 30 days during these events, and that was 2010. And then instead of having me consume that wedding certificate, I got sent to Pinellas, which is a facility next to the Shapiro comatose case that was murdered, like killed, and they were preparing for that for my mother. So they put me in the loony bin with like 100 feet underground with the mad people, and they had Cristal Cordoba consume the wedding license as it was. So since then, since like my origins in the United States, she's been playing the real Dimatabra October 6 under Cristal Cordoba, and they've been trying to pretend that I'm somebody who's deserving of being like electronically targeted and monitored with an anklet bracelet with the Espinoza case, and then they tied up my anklet bracelet up to like that's the first signal that I received from Jerusalem. So that's when they decided to do these matters, because David was hired by the Stephen Thompson authorities to ask me very plain and clear, who are you? Why are you here? So I wasn't able to answer either, because in order for me to say who I am and why I'm here, it had to be true love's kiss. However, since the origins of when Stephen Thompson discovered me and I was working at J. Walter Thompson Kuwait, he wasn't able to come and say I love you and kiss me and get who I am and why I was here. Instead, like, Karen Bishop came over to the field and she's like, you and some other guy are gonna lead the world forward into a new creation, whatever. And then I received some like prank calls from Stephen Thompson going Abi Zawazich, Abi Anitich, Abi Akutlich, whatever, like in Arabic with a robotic voice. He would call like multiple hours during the night and the day while I was getting ready to go to work. And so I was really scared of these calls, so I started to like roll myself with a cape. I had two of them, and like one green and one like fuchsia, and I would like carry a kitchen butcher knife under, because like I wasn't sure what that was, and like in case some creepy creeper is gonna like jump in the middle of whatever, I can defend myself. That was the only reason why I did these matters. Now, further, I have discovered a lot of matters. Now, just for you all to know, there's a channel probably on YouTube that has like all my tarot, all my work with the Forest Contact Archery team, and much more. And they're trying to make pretend that the channel I now post on is like fake, and that I'm a fake and whatever, so that they can get me incarcerated, so that they can divide the funds between Christine and Cristal. So long story short, I'm gonna say it like super quick, because I'm gonna hope this posts, and I can clear some like residue before the 16th, which supposedly the Buford people want to like see me then, to whatever else that was. Like, long story short, since Cristal married as Dimitra Bravo October 6th back in 2010 with the original wedding license, she's been carrying that forward. And then what happened was the whole like the main terrorist in all this is Obama. Like, that's the biggest terrorist authority that is engendering human trafficking and identity theft. Basically, it was under him that these events happened. And then Trump, when he came along with his like Make America Great Again, his real purpose was to restore this agreement and make me go for the initial real wedding license for Town Hall Sarasota and cancel her out or whatnot. Now they tried everything in their power to take me all the way to Shasta during his stay 10 months over there. Whatever they did wasn't really giving because they had no idea I was like secretly meant to resurrect. They had no clue at all about anything to do with Aurora. So that's the reason why Trump wasn't really able to break through and to make America great again, because the whole Make America Great Again was that, like, give the real contract to the real person. So he wasn't able to do that, and now I can forgive why all the letters I sent to the Trump administration during his stay at the White House were like unanswered, because he probably believed with all of his heart that that I had to remain Tabrawi Dima for those reasons. Now, nobody knew that I had a brother that was named Tabrawi Dima that was murdered because of choosing to love me. And that is original sin. So, like, if anybody's trying to incriminate me for any, like, original sin, call me all sorts of names, whatever. No, the real crime was the murder of my brother. And then what they did was they placed his brain, dick, onto Stephanie, which is Stephen Jared Thompson today, but she was a girl. So she went through these procedures, which is really courageous, and I totally, appreciate the very bravery and courage of these American families who have sacrificed their daughter, like she's never going to be a woman, for this reason. And then, Russell Pearson has my brother's heart and organs. So that's how they, chopped off my brother and used carbonic elements to make him into several beings. Now, by the same means, they're trying to also fragment my soul for this like 3 to 5D plan, whatever. So what they did was, Crystal, as soon as I went on my first date with Stephen Jared Thompson at like the lodge, she called. She's like, "What's his name?" Because like she's hired to be that girl, to like be the shadow that's gonna like go, and she's a trained cocksucker. Like that's the contract they have. That's why David, would like yell at me vehemently and then just go give her all of the like ejaculational stuff, so that like they do the like black girl thing right now, with all this like slavery stuff. And that was also enhanced by like Billy Hodge, who also traveled and landed with Cordoba first in Beirut, Lebanon, and then I came 12 hours later. So my father probably registered her as married, me as single, for these purposes and agendas and everything else. So what they've done is they've decided to, like she hit on him. She, right away hits on the root chakra, and then she has a hold on them because she has a lot of power over me that I didn't even know was there years. That's been going on like super many years of my life, since 2010. Today we're 2022. After these events, what they've also done is they have, when they took me to Shasta, Russell Pearson wasn't in the house. He placed Miguel Lambo instead with the mission. Miguel kissed me in meditation after my baptism, which was wrong of me to like accept to be on that end. After he kissed me in meditation, he held me, fully closed, and he transfused all my bodily power and sexual power into the body of Amber, who was sleeping, because they had a secret plan to like, play pretend that I'm a transgender, that I was born a guy. They projected my brother's energies onto me, and they wanted to play pretend that I'm the one who, got the operation and lost my genitalia and whatever else. But they never knew that my laser plasma tech was that accurate, and I was gonna retrieve all the information. So they gave her full-on power over me. Then they moved me to Blue Spruce, and then they sent Jonah Terry to also, infiltrate and do these games, and then dumb me down with Miguel Lamboy, like make me sound like, yeah, whatever, while they had Amber at Log Castle playing like my superior and playing the one who already was getting all access to all my funds ending in 4252, like she was the financial head, and then like everything else. And then when they booked a room in Shasta Inn using my card ending in 4252 under Jonah Terry, that's when shit really hit the fan, and that's when they did like further rituals to finally discover who I am. That's when I said Aurora. As soon as I said that, they kicked me out of the house, sent me to Leewood for the Jerusalem agenda, where they had like the snakes of Jerusalem and the Kosovo dragon, whatever, for the like 5 situation. They was hoping I was gonna be sleeping with a guy, but I didn't. Then I moved to Tanglewood. There was a like female Kosovo, Muslim, whatever people. So that's when they tried to like enforce them like lesbian agenda onto me. And it's been a very, very, very long journey. Then what Russell proceeded to doing when I finally revealed again on March 7, 2017, Aurora Mother of New Creation, and I had to write on the dotted line Dima because I'm in very deep connection with my biological brother. We both shared the same name. I come from a surrogate. He came from my mother's real tummy, and so he was trying to, protect me or whatever it was, against the rabbis and the like old perverts, and they took that around on him. Now, what I have to tell like the synagogue and whatever is like, if you really thought that my brother is a disgusting, sinner for what he's done, why didn't you just like get rid of him, cremate him, burn him, burn everything? That was very hypocritical to actually use that to transmit his organs onto like other bodies and then get rid of him. And you're thinking that his soul is gonna vanish? No. His soul is still operational through myself. That's how I'm shutting down the Illuminati and all organ trafficking, human trafficking, clonatic businesses, because it does not work. You understand? Like, this is a soul based reality. We are souls having a body experience, not the other way around. So they tried to carbonize him. They tried to dumb the mission down. They also used my organs. Like I had calls at the Days Inn. Some people had my appendix that they imported. They've been using my blood, my plasma. But they chopped a piece of my brain here at the Memorial Hospital, whatever, at the Cocoa Bar. So what happened and subsequently was, when Russell said to me, he used the like trigger words. He's like, if you stay with Amy, you're gonna fail mission, because she's comatose. So like he used all the trigger words that would actually have me leave Mission House. And the reason why I did that, because they replaced me with Amber right straight up. They gave her, Aurora Diamond Rainbow, like whatever I applied for, she got, or whatever, like however they treated with like the Amber thing. So Russell is the one who, went ahead and had Jonah call me to move me from Miami to Tennessee that day, so that he married Amber Don Galardia in Tennessee. Then during my travels, like they kept following me, tracking me down. When I got to the Vegas trip, that's when Russell Pearson married Carol Habushi, also using my data. Like I believe he did the October 5 at that point. And then when they brought me back here after a long journey, like in Texas, they confiscated my domain for roomnotification.com, yada yada. Brought me back here hoping I was gonna get it together with like Obama, but I have like a very advanced, sixth sense and beyond, like 7th, 8th, whatever sense. Like I know what I know, like I know. Matter of fact, like when I said no, they tossed me in the park. They blew up my brother in a terrorist explosion, and my other brother, because I have 2 brothers, Dima and Anthony. So Anthony got like hit in the shoulder. They blew up his house. He had to drive with the other hand to my dad's house. All the hospitals were completely full because of the COVID bullshit. So they had to like fix him in a like pharmacy. Like we've been through really tough times, and I salute all my troopers and my light workers and my family for like still being, fighting the good fight here. And then like Russell also kept me in a parking lot here at Planet Fitness with Chris Cotto. That's when he took Christine and married her down in Beirut. So that's grosso modo the story, how they're like trying to do, the 3 to 5D plan between keeping Cristal Cordova for like make me pretend that she's real. That's how she has power over me. That's how they did the first like false incarceration, using like fake evidence, fake situationals, so that like they were hoping that they're gonna like keep me incarcerated forever, and that I wasn't gonna find out about my mother's like murder, and that they would like keep dumbing me down and keep giving me these pills in there so that they can take the money, take the identity, and just keep me in this facility, making pretend like that I'm some like a lunatic, insane person, since they already have like hijacked my dream timeline since I'm a kid, and much more like astral travel, like hexes, spexes, spells, billions of things. Now I'm very grateful for everybody here. I'm gonna try and post this thing. Because like literally it's time for everybody to take a chill pill, take a break, be who the f you is, and like truly find liberation and freedom in dropping all your acts, because you're not me, you're never gonna be me.